Good evening. My name is Muath at Tarawneh. I am doing PhD at University Sultan Zainal Abidin. My paper title is The Impact of Attitude, Subjective Norms, Perceived Behavioral Control, and Perceived Risk on Intention in Online Shopping in Jordan. Online shopping is an electronic commerce form that enables the direct purchase of goods or services by consumers from a seller on the internet with the application of a web browser. There are many names associated with online shopping, for instance, e-shop, e-store, online store, internet shop, web shop, virtual store, and web store. Online shopping has played a significant part in the last 2 decades, and more than 1.6 billion people are currently doing online shopping worldwide. Also, the global revenue coming from e-commerce amounted to 3.53 trillion US dollars in 2019, which is now projected to increase by 6.54 trillion US dollars in 2022. These continuous trends in online shopping present massive market potential. It may be credited to the fact that online shopping allows consumers to easily locate, compare, and buy the products. Moreover, despite the popularity of online shopping worldwide, the rate of online shopping in developing countries is lower than in developed countries. Particularly, the e-commerce industry in Jordan is facing several challenges associated with online shopping. Although the internet penetration in Jordan is quite impressive, 88%, the Jordanian Department of Statistics determined that online shopping is as low as 4.8%. For that purpose, this study extended the theory of planned behavior by examining the attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavioral control, and perceived risk concerning the intention to shop online. Literature review: The attitude and online purchase intention. The attitude of an individual plays a significant role in shaping the intention to perform a specific behavior. Attitude depends on the individual's experience, which reflects his or her opinion of outcomes concerning a particular behavior. In particular, the attitude of an individual can be changed once he or she learns new concepts or ideas. Hence, the greater the positive attitude, the more will be the intention to execute a particular behavior. We assume that consumers' intention to purchase will be greater if their assessment of online buying is positive. Hence, we propose that attitude is significantly associated with the online purchase intention. Subjective norms and online purchase intention. There are several external factors such as the perceived pressure of family, relatives, and friends which influence or shape the individual behavior to make a purchase decision. Subjective norms can be referred to the motivations which consumer receive from his or her social circle to make an online purchase. There is recent empirical evidence that determined that subjective norms are positively associated with online purchase intention. So, we propose that subjective norm is significantly associated with the online purchase intention. Perceived behavior control and online purchase intention. Adge in 1991 introduced the concept of an individual's self-belief that shapes his or her intentions. Afterward, this concept is termed as perceived behavioral control, referring to an individual's personal beliefs about his or her capabilities to exhibit certain behaviors. Perceived behavioral control is an important factor in helping the individual to search for appropriate information and to make decisions. Previous studies found that perceived behavioral control has a positive influence on online purchase intention. Hence, we make the following proposition. Perceived behavioral control is significantly associated with the online purchase intention. Perceived risks and online purchase intention. Perceived risk refers to the expectation about the losses. The more the expectations, the greater the degree of risk that will be perceived by the consumers. Hence, consumers who perceive a high level of risk are less likely to buy online. Similarly, PAPAS determined that perceived risks are negatively associated with consumer online purchase intention. Perceived risks can be reflected in the form of financial risk, time risk, and performance risk when it comes to online buying and has a negative influence on the online purchase intention. So we propose that perceived risks are negatively related to online purchase intention. Now we are going to talk about the methodology. The current study employed a survey method to gather data as it is appropriate and recommended by previous studies to test the study hypothesis. The questionnaire contains 42 items, including questions on demographic and main study constructs, which is followed by a 1 to 10 Likert scale. The data was collected through cluster random sampling from university students in Jordan. The data analysis. This study employed two-stage modeling, which includes measurement model and structural model using Amos software. Confirmatory factor analysis. Before developing a structural model, confirmatory factor analysis was done to assess unidimensionality, construct, convergent, and discriminant validity, and the cut-off values were achieved. In this regard, a pooled CFA model was evaluated. After conducting the CFA to assess the validity of all constructs, the structural model is developed to examine the hypothesized relationships. The following structural model presents standardized estimates which cover correlation among exogenous variables, factor loading, and the value of R square, also the standardized beta coefficient. The value of R square is 0.74, which means that attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavioral control, and perceived risks manage to bring a 74% change in the online purchase intention. The results related to hypothesis testing are given in table below. We can show that all the relationships were significant. The discussion and conclusion. Although the penetration of the internet in developing countries is improving, these economies are still facing challenges related to online shopping. Besides, previous studies reported inconclusive results related to the factors affecting online purchase intention. Consequently, this study aims at examining the factors influencing online purchase intention in the Jordanian context. The findings show that attitude, subjective norms, and perceived behavioral control are positively related to online purchase intention, while perceived risks are negatively related to online purchase intention. The study contribution. First, this study was conducted in context of Jordan to avoid the limitations of investigations in developing countries. Second, the theory of planned behavior was extended by employing perceived risks to understanding of the influence of factors on online purchase intention. Lastly, this study determines that perceived risks are negatively related to online purchase intention. Hence, online retailers can enhance online purchase intention by reducing time risks, financial risks, and performance risks. Thank you.